You know, I've been looking around at our science area and I've been thinking, how the hell are we gonna add a 7th science pack here? Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Mastiap and this is of course Factorio, a rocket per minute, and I think it is time to work on the rockets because, well, stuff is being exploded left and right. It looks like finally all the turrets here are gone. No, there's one left, 5 rounds of ammo in it. Our turrets are getting damaged. These behemoths are damaging our things pretty much, and it looks like I forgot some inserters at a few places. I think I need to go there pretty soon. But yeah, I'm back at base at our research area. Our research area actually is going pretty well. Red circuits are going nicely. We are actually doing quite well. The belts are quite full. Even the red circuits are mostly full at the moment, which is good to see. That's mostly because, well, I'm not really sure, but oh my god, even these things are now completely backed up. Wow, it is going well. Power is also doing good. Look at our power at the moment. We are using 330 megawatts, and we are about a quarter of our total power. So we can make so many more power things. And I think we're going to fill in all this because we are gonna work on our rockets per minute setup. So that's going to involve a lot of building, a lot of resource managing. But first, let me show you actually our science high train. So this is our setup like I have made it at the moment. We've got our ore coming in, going up, going down here, getting centrifuged, and then going up here, being filtered. And the light green stuff is going here, going in here, getting turned into more of the light green stuff. Then if there is some extras here, it's going to be put into here. That one will put it into this one. After this one is done, it will take out a total of 2 normally, I think, and then put 2 in here. No, still 1. Oh well. And that one will filter through and eventually get into this one, which will have a rest of the uranium-235, which is being put into here, our centrifuge, which will make, or our assembly machine, which will make the uranium fuel cells. And here we've got some, rest supplies from these. And this is the area I came up with. These are a total of 160 steam engines, if I calculated correctly. Well, I can actually see it at a power pole. There are 160 here, creating not as much power. We've got 1 accumulator in the system. I'll show you what I'm doing with that yet. You can see our rest power supplies are not running at the moment. That's because they are turned off from the main grid. You might remember from last series that I did something with an accumulator so the belts would run the coal to the system when we were low on power. This time I've done it a little differently. At the moment there is low power, this thing will just turn on and these will all kick in right at that point. But until then it is not running at any single time. So it is running now a little bit to keep these inserters running, but that's all it is doing. So let's actually see our pollution now. Oh, it's still a lot, but it should be a lot less from these. Might be that these are still technically active. So I might just need to delete the fuel input, but that's not a thing I'm going to do because that is a bad idea. Okay, so we just now got 2 power grids, with this one being the second one using not as much, and this is the thing that is using, well, it's good. But we are going for the rocket per minute, and to get a rocket per minute, we need a buttload more resources. We mostly need just more steel eventually, but we are going to, well, work on the production area first. So at the moment I'm researching the rocket damage, which we will eventually turn into the rocket. Oh no, we need the rocket's engine or the rocket shooting speed. So let's just get on that. That should take no time at all. But eventually we are going to launch rockets, I think, from here. This feels like a nice area to do that from. And this is going to be completely gone eventually. This is going to be completely gone. And most of our things that are going to be used for the rockets are going to be created here for the rockets, which will be shoot from here. And the rest that we need will be created here on this side of our base, being pulled back into our production area. Or maybe do it differently, produce it here to the right, then get everything finally produced here and then move it back. There are a few things, of course, that will require more resources than others. Mostly the low density structures can be created on the beginning of the belt without any kind of problems because it's just plastic, copper and steel. Just as the rocket fuel, which is going to be created on site here as well. It's going to be very easy to create. The only thing that will require the most resources and the most time will actually be the rocket control units, which will require speed modules and processing modules. And of course, the satellite itself. It will need solar panels, accumulators, radars, low density structures as well, of course, and then the processing units and rocket fuel. So yeah, but we don't need a lot of this, so we don't really need to set up a lot, but we need to make still 1 rocket per minute. So we need to make 100 solar panels, accumulators, 100 extra low density structures, processing units, etc. per minute, which is a buttload. So technically we need the less amount of rocket control units, but they, well, kind of require the most amount of resources because they require a buttload of circuits, mostly green circuits. 1 processing unit is 20 green circuits, 1 red circuit, which it needs 5 of, if I remember correctly, are 5 green circuits each. And we need a speed module, which is 5 green circuits. So that's about, well, 40? It's a lot, though. Let's actually check if I was right on that one. So this one requires 20. Oh, that's 20. So, oh, this one just needs 2. And this one needs 5. So that is 20, 25, 27, 29 green circuits for 1, which is a buttload. So we need a buttload of green circuits per second. That is kind of the reason why there are so many here. And actually why I've got the resource generation for the green circuits set up like this. And this is actually now at the moment completely running because all the modules are in. And this is running epically. I think actually technically we have, well, so many things being produced here. We are not burning through our resources. We need to do a lot more actually to do that. I hope actually to start to do that, but at the moment we're not using all the science packs, so we are not burning through the resources yet. But I'm going to start setting up a few things. So we need everything that is created up here above, say, this line is actually for the research. We are not, and for my own production. Everything here will technically not be used for the rocket itself. So everything we need for the rockets, we need to create again down here. So this whole area here, which I will start clearing out actually, will be completely for the rockets. Now, to do that, we need a buttload of stuff. I'm going to set up a robotic network to deliver me stuff. And we're going to set up a whole new section here, which is going to be interesting to say the least. Now, this area will be in the way. I think I'm going to shut down this iron production for now until this one is completely dry. At the moment I'm not really using that much iron, so that is a little bit of a problem, but we will deal with that when time comes. So, but first I need to do a few things off camera. I will need to mostly just secure these bases with a few more places with ammo and a few more turrets. The sites where all these aliens start attacking every single time. You can at least see normally where it is. And I need to make sure that our base can... Oh my god, that are a lot of big worms. And these kinds of attacks are the things that are starting to scare me. And I see damaged turrets, and that is not good. So I'm going to protect my base a little more, and I will be back in a sec. Hopefully at that point we will have rocket shooting speed. It does look like something is wrong with the research, so I need to check that. Hey, research finished. We've got a Roboport launch pad available now, finally. What shall we do next? Well, research is taking long, so this might be an interesting one. And the things I really want is these two. But that is going to take some time. So let's just get some research speed because it's taking a little bit long. Okay, so I've been doing stuff, literally all different kinds of stuff. Mostly, well, keeping my inventory a little bit on the clean side at the moment, but oh well. I've been bringing some iron over. I am actually working on some new iron areas, some more smelting for everything. Apparently some robots are trying to catch some stuff, and well, I guess I'm running in and out of certain areas which they don't like. Where are my belts? 2 more belts of iron, yellow ones, because I haven't upgraded to the blue ones for the smelting areas yet. Might need to start doing that actually. So just added 2 columns here. I've got still room for, I think, 2 steel furnace areas here. And we might need more. I think I'm moving these, about moving these 2 belts of iron ore for these 2 over to maybe here. And where is this? This is out of sight somewhere. Okay. I actually will use these. Are these running at full speed? Almost. Okay, how empty are you at the end? That's one thing I'm wondering. You are about half empty? Really? Okay, now I'm going to use these actually for another one of these green circuit areas. Because I will need more green circuits. I need a buttload more green circuits. But that's the thing I am actually going to set up now. Might as well do it now, I guess. The resupply or the supplies for it will take some time. And I think I can run the ore between... Yeah, okay, I can run the ore in between that area there. This is an area I don't need, but for now I'm going to keep it and I'm going to fix that later. And that is something I do need. That's a big... Oh my god, the amount of resources in this column is amazing. Yeah, this is gonna take some time. Only 2 red underground belts? Huh. Funny. I use, I guess, blue ones because I needed the distance. Over here. Yeah, this is all... Oh, the red belts are somewhere else. Not really sure where. Okay, so I got a network here of roboports, mostly empty. That's good. I've got a few empty here. I need all these trees gone. Actually, the next thing I was going to work on off camera was an area where I can reinsert a lot of materials into the system because my storage chests are getting fuller. That might not be good. Oh, that's the max we can do there. Okay, so the robots can start working on this. Now I need to hook up the robotic network here somewhere. What I might do is just try to get the area through here. This will work. And then all they need is power. Is that powered? No, it's powered. Okay, that one is powered. So they should just start working on that one. And that is taking all of our 1 or 1100 worker robots. And that will mean we are getting more. 77, 79, 80. That's gonna take even longer. Oh well, those will be constructed. I will fix the last things now or later. So let's actually see about the thing we need the most now, which is this one. So this recipe has not changed, but we should now have the things for the other things. So let's actually get 3 of these out. So we will have now the low density structures, the rocket fuel, and this one. And the last thing, of course, is you. Robots will just fly around here. I don't really mind. They will just do their thing and I will do mine. Let me get some power here so they will stop flashing. There we go. So, okay. We need 1 rocket per minute. How to do that? So, okay. That means if we need 1 rocket per minute, we need 100 of each of these a minute. If we don't use these, we will use these, so we will use a little less, but let's just go for 100 every minute for, well, easy way, easy sake, I guess. So, for this one, 30 seconds for 1. So that will mean this one will create 2 a minute. We will need 100, so we need 50. Okay, this one will create 2 a minute, so we need 50. This one we will create 30 a minute or 2 a minute, so we need 30 of these as well, or 50. And for these, we need one, only we need 100 more low density structures, solar panels, accumulators, 5 radars, 100 processing units, and 50 rocket fuel. Okay. I think I need a calculator for this. I really need a calculator for this. So, more or less, we need 50 of these 3. Without any speed modules or productivity modules in them. Now, that's way too many. That is something I can support in size, but not in resources. Actually, the resources is going to be a problem. The resources is going to be an interesting calculation, actually. I'm going to calculate how much resources I need to pull into these to actually get this running, but most of the work will actually be supplying the belts. So that's the thing I need to take into account. Okay, so let's just have a little bit of a mock-up of how to do this. So these, let's start with the first thing. I should have more of these assembly machines on me. I do. Let's start with the third thing. Let's start with this one. This one will need 5 copper, 5 plastic, and 10 steel. Let's just see what we will need if we would have full belts taken in. We're going for blue belts for this project, of course, because, well, it's endgame. So we need 2 of these and 1 of these. We need a stack inserter for the 1, and because it takes so long, actually normal inserter should just be fine, but we need something like this. Now, eventually, we need to resupply these belts. So I think we're going to run 2 more belts on this side and 2 more belts on, or 1 more belt on that side, and I will just filter it in when needed, just as for the other one as well. And for this one, the same. So this is about the space we will need for one of those, or for this one. The second one would be rocket control units. Let's just start with those. Those will need speed modules and processing units. And that is more or less, how many of those? 1 and 1. That's not much, actually. Then the supply for these actually will be the biggest issue. But that's a thing for later. First, let's just get this setup going. So this one will just use 1 belt each, and we should be able to supply everything from 1 belt for these. 1 blue belt can move 40 units per second, which means we need 40 or 60 units a minute. This one can easily, or these belts can easily supply this one. Next one will be the... Why is it still... I'm so bad at this game. I'm not using the tool belt as good as it should be. But hi, how are you doing? I would like you to research... I am actually researching this automatically, the laser turrets. I'm not really going to use them, but might as well go for some efficiency, I think. Plus 2%. How is our efficiency, bonuses, etc.? Bonus efficiency 18%. That's quite nice. Stacks with the ammo bonus 120% plus 120% is 240%. Plus 150%. That is a lot of extra damage. Defender robots apparently do shooting damage or bullet damage. Huh, interesting. More damage, more speed. Okay, I like it. Okay, so the last thing is the rocket fuel, which we'll need 10 per second, which is more or less 2 of the belts, and we'll just insert more when needed. And we'll have something like a stack inserter there. So yeah, this is about the space. Now I am going to stack this even further apart because I'd like beacons in between them somewhere. Now that's a place we can place a beacon. That means we are going to have a little bit of the problem with the supply routes. So the supply routes need to be on the outside going in. That feels a little bit like what I did here. Can we see that? I have an extra supply line from one side and just move it into the other. And this is an empty belt, and that's the reason why I needed more iron. How's iron going actually? Still going in fullest, only I haven't completed that, of course. Okay. So that is going to be an interesting setup. Of course, this one just needs raw resources. This one and this one just needs, well, kind of raw resources. That one just needs resources from the chemical plants, which I don't have on me. And should just request, actually. But we need solid fuel, which is here. We're going to make that from the light oil, which we then still need on a belt here, or on a, well, pipe going to here, and that will be creating that, and that will be, well, kind of going for one. Wait a second, can we do that? This one will need 10 every 30 seconds. This one will create 1 every 3 seconds. So that is a ratio of 1 by 1. That is going to be a little bit differently than I actually thought then. But that doesn't sound like a very bad idea to just put the one into the other. Okay, that is still not in the base. Where are the chemical plants? Yeah, okay. Turrets, open fire. Good. Very good. I need to maybe double this up. Pretty soon. Okay. But this is the thing I am going to do. So I am going to start setting at least a little bit up. Or at least get the groundworks in, I think. And make sure we have a rocket silo so we can hopefully start doing something with rockets. Yes, I know. Stop complaining. You died. I know. I don't really care. Because you're just a turret outside of the wall. Wow, this mining is gonna take a while. So, I am actually kind of waiting until this is mined out before I do anything here. Sped this area up as much as I can. I've got blue belts going here. This whole area is just pumping out only these. This section here has been cut off, but it's still just so damn slow. But we have our first rocket silo over here. This one is going to launch a rocket hopefully every minute. And this is more or less the maximum speed and production you can get out of one of these. So because all of these are produced once every 60 or once every 30 seconds, we can do these calculations once and then do it more afterwards. Hi. Crafted up a bunch of beacons, might actually automate the production, but this is the maximum I can actually do for these on a reasonably level. So this one has a crafting speed of 3 and a productivity of 40%, which means it will craft 1.4 times the amount and 3 times as fast. So this one will produce one of these every 30 seconds, or actually 1.4 every 30 seconds. Which means this one is going to create, let me actually calculate it because I haven't done that, of course. 1.4 times 2. This one will produce 2.8 per minute. Now we need a total of 100, of course, to produce one without productivity modules, but because we have productivity modules in this one as well, this one has also an increased productivity of 40%, so we'll need 40% less minerals. Can you still follow it? I hope so, because this explanation is going quick and as hopefully as simple as I can get it. But the gist is this one will require 60 instead of 100 rocket parts. So, right, so we are creating 2.8 with one of these. If we divide 60 by 2.8, doing this live here, because of course I have not prepared this completely, we need 21 of these machines producing at full speed to produce one of the one rocket per minute. Now that is a lot better than 50, don't you think? We decrease the amount, but increase the amount of power dramatically. But power is not really a problem. We are still using, well, 300 megawatts and still about 1/3 of the power we can use. So yeah, I guess things are going well. These things are doing great. And apparently we just got a bunch of uranium because these looks like they are running. Okay, so 21 long over here. But first, we need some other stuff here. Now, I am not really sure how I'm going to lay this area out here. I want to make it kind of beautiful, just like I did it here. Something with a path here, the production up here, and then the resources going down there, and some robot ports in between as well, because at the moment it is actually kind of a mess, the robot ports. Look at this. Without these. It is a little bit of a... blobs all over the place, and apparently one over here standing all by itself and one over here just doing its thing. Actually, I need a few more because these things technically would need to be repaired, but are not being done because they're out of range. And I need one over here as well. Might be able to connect these two together. Gotta check that off camera though. Okay, so first off, we are just going to do the basic things, or the basic things we will need double, technically. First off, we will need plastic. This is our plastic production facility, which we have up there as well, but this is a new one, and we're going to place it more or less as far down as we can, which is technically here, but I do want a path here, so let's get a path first. I should have a path. I do not have the path anymore. There we go. Let's get the path going about there and there. Actually, let's not do that. Cancel this all. Cancel. I wanted one higher. Cancel. I'm not really sure how to cancel these actually. Control, Shift, no. Well, they're already placed. Never mind. So let's place them here. Oops. Okay. Now the path will continue here. Oh my god, it almost needs to be completely gone if the path needs to be continued there. But this is going to be the location. Hi robots, thank you for placing that. And above that, this is going to be placed. Now this needs coal as an input and needs or has plastic as an output. Now we can do that just like a bus, so that won't really be a problem. Let's go up here, or will we go up here? Well, I think I want to continue this path here. Then we have a little bit of a space here. Not really sure we're going to place there, but this is going to be placed over here. Click. There we go. That's the place gonna be. And robots or nanobots, please don't work for now. Okay, we need coal as an input. We're going to get coal from there. I guess this is going to be our main bus area now. Let's get the coal just from here. Might need a second line of coal. We have space for a second line of coal, so that won't be a problem whatsoever. Oh, this is going to be a problem though. We can't make that crossing. Can we make it like this? Yes, we can. I do like that it is vanilla these days. That was always a mod. The long belt redux, I think. But these days it is of pure vanilla and I like that very, very much. Also, one of the things actually that might be worth noting. At the moment I'm still using red belt mostly because this is using a lot of iron. Ooh. Now what I could do is increase our belt production massively. And that will get rid of a buttload of iron as well. Ooh. That might be a thing. How are the belts running? Not completely fast for the iron. How are the gears? Gears are not going. And the belts are not really being produced at the moment. That might be an interesting thing. Why is this one full? I have no clue, but apparently I'm not using enough blue belt. I think. What is my stack of blue belt at the moment? I should have blue belt here. Yeah, I do. Belt here is at the minimum level, more or less. Oh well, it is going. Apparently I am still... Oh, I've got landfill here still on the belt. Whoops, I think I've got too much landfill at the moment. Oh well, that is things for later. So, but this is the first thing we're gonna get here. I need to extend the path, of course. Going to do that later. Let's get this some power. Actually, let's get this first some sulfuric... No, it's not sulfuric acid. It just needs... Oh, wait a second. Is this a different model? This is a different model. Oh, you can see the pipes running into it now. Oh, interesting. I was thinking, what is that pipe doing there? It shouldn't be there, but it is because there's a new model. Oh, okay. Now you can see actually a difference inside. I like that. Okay, but I need the petroleum gas in here and here. Like so. Now I hope this won't drain the whole system here of it, so the other system can't run. This might be a problem though, so we're gonna check it out, and if that is not, we will double up the pipes because we have more pipes where that came from. This needs coal, this now needs power. We are gonna get through here. Like so. And there is our first ingredient for the rockets. Now the second ingredient will be the rocket fuel, or the solid fuel. Now we will need a buttload of that. Let's actually check. So we have 21 of these. Let's actually get a chest with 21 items. So we have at least an idea. 2, 3, 22.4, 21.4 is officially the number. Let's get 22 of these. So we need 22. Okay, and give me some more. Oh, that's a robot with a speed module Mark III going to this one. How many do I need? I need a buttload. Okay. That just normally means more things. Why are you not running? Because you didn't have a recipe, because I broke you. Okay. Okay. So how much of the rocket fuel do we need? So we will need, where is it? I can't find it because I am stupid, because it's not created in this thing. It's created in this thing. So, other machine. Rocket fuel from this one. We'll create one solid fuel every 3 seconds. We knew that already. Now my question was, how much? Hi. Can you do that? Do I want you to do something else? I think I wanted some more logistic slots. I got some more logistic slots. That is apparently not an option anymore. You can do whatever you like. Yeah, okay. So now I have more logistic slots. I do. Okay, good. Right. Rocket fuel. That's the thing we're looking at. Rocket fuel. Rocket fuel needs 10 every second. So we are going to create 60. Well, we need 60 a minute. So that is no. Is that a good idea? How am I going to calculate this? 22 times. Okay, so we need 10 every 10 seconds. This one is going to be 3 times as fast. So it will have the crafting speed of a total of 10 seconds for every one. And it needs 10, so it needs technically 1 per second times 22. So we need 22 per second. So this one will create once every 3 seconds. So we need so we need 22 per second. So we need 66 of these. Maybe it is a good idea to add some of these here in here as well, which means the productivity module, productivity is 30% extra, but the crafting speed is less. Oh, that's a thing, of course, now as well, because the crafting speed is not the same. Oh, crafting speed is 1.25. So we need 66 times, divided by 1.25 is a total of 53. 52.8, 53 of these per second. All right. That's a buttload. It's still a buttload. So I don't think I'm going to do that like this. Now, how can I do that differently? What I am thinking of is something like this. One row of these in the middle. Let's make it a straight line because we can do that better. Then have... That's not going to work. Okay, what I wanted to do is this. Have this one on one side, these on the other. And then have everything go to the other side directly. Now that's not going to happen. Now what I can do is just have these here. Have the fluids come in on here and on the other side as well, like so. Then output them to the sides onto a belt and out of the system. Now this can be done in this area here, but it's going to be tight because this is actually the spacing we're gonna get. Oops. Right. Like this. This is going to be the spacing, which is pretty close to here the copper lines. And if you want to keep this area clear, we will need more belts coming through here. So that's not gonna fit. So I'm thinking we're not going to do this here. So give me that. I'm quicker, robots. Get out of here. Okay, so what we're gonna do then is we're gonna get this up to the bus. That's now at the bus. And the next thing we're going to start creating here. So we need 250 if we are not using speed modules. We need, what was it? 66 of... Where is it? There we go. I lost the things. No, that's not the thing. I need this. So I need 66 of these technically per second. And I'm going to create that. Well, I need a line of liquid fuel. Oh, no, of light oil coming through. I think I'm going to create it here. How much space is there? 3. 2 if we do it like that. No, it's not enough space. We're gonna do it here. Do I need to expand this at some point? I can't, because this is going to be creating a full blue belt. So let's keep a little bit of space. Maybe some space for us to walk in between. Designing this is quite difficult. You've got so less parts to use. So we really want to do this kind of perfectly, but being perfect is difficult and sometimes not even doable. Where is that? Oh, it is over there. Okay, we need to expand this wall as well. Oh wait, that is that wall. I thought it was over here. Okay, we're actually gonna get this uranium ore here as well pretty soon. I need to start mining this. This is still a resin depot, 105,000, but we need more. We need much more. Right, so let's keep a thing in between. The other side, other one on the other side. One of you over here, one of you over here. This is not gonna fit because I need the other machines here as well, the beacons. So we will need a belt with the rocket fuel. We need to be able to switch it around, actually like this, to side load it onto the other belt to balance it. We need you over here then, 2 in between. Over there is the first one. We will have light oil coming in. Then a beacon sitting here. And light oil being here as well. Okay, now we need some power. Like so. We need another one of these chemical plants. Like so. And we need to double this up because that's the way I am building this. And we can place you another one over there. And let's do this like this. And then there will be more later. We need modules for these. I need more modules to start with here. How quick will you be creating now if we give you some power? That's the wrong pole, doesn't really matter. We need another speed module. Give me another speed module. Oh, hey, speed modules. Thank you. You will be creating with a speed of 2.5. Okay, so we needed 66 per second. Of these, or 66 of these machines, divided by 2.5 is 26. We need now 26 of these machines. Now I hope to get it down to 24, and technically we just need 34 because we also need this times 0.7 because of the productivity ratio you get extra. So we now need a total of 18.5. So 20 it is, because that is easier done. Because that's a multiple of 4. So we need now 5 of these. No, we need 10 of these setups. And that's going to be the space we will need. And I need to finish the belts before I really finish this. And now put like this. There we go. This is going to be our blueprint for our solid fuel. Oh, let's set up the recipes as well, because that's going to be a hell to set up otherwise. There we go. And that is going to be the blueprint, and we need a total of 20 of these. So that is 1. And 2, and 3, and 4. 4. And let's see if we can get a 5th in. Yes, we can. There we go. So that will be our solid fuel line, at least for the start. Okay, so that is 2 of the resources in. Next episode, we're going to work on the rest of the resources. I hope to get a lot of this mined out as well. This is just going to take a long while. It still is at 2.5. It was at 3.3 when I started this recording session. It's now 20 minutes later. My god, that's a little longer than I expected. Still a longer episode, but oh well. So this is going to be our first start for our rockets. And next episode, we're going to work on the next parts. And mostly actually on the supply for that, because we will need green circuits and a buttload of them. We have the setups here filling in with, well, more green circuits, which we will need for the modules first, but that's gonna be fine. And this is all gonna be fine, but gonna take some time. So this is going to be it for me for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and leave a like on it if you did. That always looks so good if you leave likes. I really love it. And I hope to see you all in the next episode. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Bye bye.